What's going on, guys? So we've got Perth Bro Players team member Chris here. The Turn 2 King loves a good aggro deck, and this man is playing Reborn Marseillan, the new reboot one, because again, Turn 2, Turn 3, you're usually going to win, alright? So let's give it a little bit of a rundown. So what does the leader do?
Sure, right. So he's really similar to the old leader, which I love, because that was my first leader that I ever played. He mills 3 cards, and then you can choose to take a life, and he gains 5,000 power if you mill a non-black card, and critically if you mill a black card.
Yep.
It's important. He won't get both from those new multicolored black cards that are coming out. He wakens at 4 less, untaps 1, draws 1. And this is the cool side. He does the same thing, mills 3, gains 5k crit depending on what you mill. He can't take a life with that effect. He attacks, draws a card, not once per turn. And then auto once per turn, when you activate Spirit Boost, you can take a life and restand him. He loses his keyword skills, and you can't give him double strike again.
Yep.
But you get to get 2 attacks with maybe a 25k.
Yeah.
And draw another card.
They really fixed what the problem was with this deck, where it's like you lose hand very quickly, and if you can't awaken, your opponent stalls you out, and then that's how they win. So they like really fixed that, which is
You
great.
can't get stalled out, and you can dig right down to 1 life.
Yes.
Which is amazing on kill turns.
Yeah, definitely.
very, very
All right.
cool.
So what's the engine we run? Let's get into it.
So, we're a black leader that mills cards, so we're playing Vegex.
Not surprising. Not
Why would we
surprising.
not do that?
How do you think this fares like compared to Vegex? Are you enjoying this more?
I'm enjoying it more.
Yep.
I play Vegex a lot, so
Yep.
maybe it's just a bit of new.
Yep.
I will say that like the deck goes underneath Vegex. The Vegex is usually win turn 3 in my experience.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to actually win games turn 2 with Vegex. This is doing it turn 2.
Easily, yeah. So the only thing really you swapped out is the Unison here.
Yes.
Yep.
Pretty much. 10k combo, it's a beta, blocker that self-awakens.
Yep.
And then the Unison.
So let's explain what the Unison does so those people
So,
don't know.
Unison, when it's milled by a black Saiyan only leader, so you can't actually play this in Vegex.
Yep.
You play it for free, nice. +2, you can choose to pitch a card, and then gain 4,000 power for each different colour in your energy.
Yep.
So turn 2, he's a 13k pressuring unawakened, and then once per turn, when you get a Spirit Boost, your opponent chooses a 1-drop and warps it. So not a huge deal really.
Yeah.
The only reason, the main reason we're playing this over the Gotenks is because you can choose to pitch a card to gain markers.
Okay.
So you don't need to throw cards away to get that extra attack when you don't
Yeah.
really want to, especially valuable turn 1.
Yep.
Especially because we don't draw. And you need markers on this guy because you're
Yeah.
going to be spirit boosting a lot, and it's really, really important to keep it on the field.
For sure.
So if at all possible, I didn't want to be losing cards out of my hand just to get markers on it.
Yeah,
And
so
you
it's-
don't have to.
It's literally just so you don't have to discard, just to keep that hand advantage.
Pretty
So
much.
you can use cards for combo.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much. And you can do it if you want. It's come up a lot where I've swung with this guy. And he's still good on turn 2, like he's still pressuring unawakened leaders. So
Yep.
he's still a beater.
Yep.
But they're great. You play these, it's free cards.
How many colors do you actually run in this deck as well?
It
by
is
the
a
way?
blue deck, effectively.
So just blue and black?
Yes.
That's it.
The ratio is like 22 something, 22, 28.
Yep.
It's about half.
Yeah, cool.
But it is a blue deck, so we're trying to abuse Bean.
Yeah, of course.
exactly
Any
what
aggro
the
deck
deck
that
is.
can use Bean should use Bean.
And this deck can do it a lot better than most, actually.
Yep.
So these are the new cards. These are the rest of the new cards from the new structure deck. Both of them have Spirit Boost, extremely important for your leader effect. This one is a 1-drop self-awaken. Swing, take a life, activate main, Spirit Boost, restand him, and then that will trigger the restand your leader.
Perfect.
So you get 2 15k attacks for one energy.
Yeah.
And self-awaken.
Yeah.
Really, really cool card. This guy, he's a unique dual attack. His activate main is tap 1 energy, limit 1, Spirit Boost 1. You can either play him and he's a 15k dual attack, or your opponent bottom deck's alive.
Wow.
He's a really cool card. 15k dual attack for 1 is great.
Yep.
But the really important part is that your opponent can't stop the Spirit Boost.
Yes.
Whatever
Yep.
they do, like they can kill this thing.
Yeah, but this
Whatever they
happens
do to
from
this,
hand.
you will get to restand your leader.
Cool.
He's also a blue card.
So
but
charge.
Yes. We don't want to really charge this one, but he is still blue and is occasionally important.
Yeah. So-
These are really, really good.
So turn 1, you always ideally want to have a blue card.
Tell what it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Unless you're worried about getting killed and you want to have a blue so you can beam back.
Yep.
It's by turn 2 you want to have a blue charge.
Yes. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. And then we are milling a lot of cards. We are trying to be as aggro as we can, so we're playing just the best overall cards we can fit.
Yep,
The deck
of
is kind
course.
of tight, so we can't play too many. We can't play the Gogeta package, unfortunately. That'd
So
be
four
incredible.
of the dual attack and 4 of crit
This is
Vegeta.
very incorrect.
Yes, you need to put the flex on top,
I'm
right?
gonna just do that.
What's going on? I'm surprised these aren't the winners, man.
I don't like the winners as much.
No, you like these more? I actually do like the art on these ones.
But yeah, so 25k dual attack, perfect for an aggro deck.
Yep.
This is the one we want to play when we're trying to kill someone. But this is just the next best one. It's critical, which is good with
Yep.
leader. You can critical them early. But also really important is that it mills 3.
Yes.
You really want to see your unison. The other stuff doesn't matter as much. Seeing your unison is really important. There's 3 more chances to see that unison
Yeah.
before you need to have it on the field to restand your leader.
So it's mainly just a way to restand or like more access to the unison because you're only bursting 3, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's also like probably it's better than this going second.
Yes. Yeah.
Because turn 3, you can mill 3, maybe you don't hit anything, maybe you hit something, you just combo something away, you can play
Yeah.
this guy. This thing is not going to happen turn 3. Turn
Perfect.
1.
Yeah. True. True.
So yeah, they're really good, really powerful. This one's
Obviously,
one of the best ways to win the game.
it's better in depending on what you're going for, it's better.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is a bit more of the color stuff. So like I said, we're running 12 blue cards.
Yep.
The most important one is Sense of End.
Yes.
As we've seen, nearly every card in the deck that attacks, except like exactly the Unison and Revive Ravager, are dual attacks. So more so than any other deck, I think, going around right now, we can really abuse this.
Yes.
Because you get to give you that card 5,000 power twice.
So it's 20k dual attack most of the time,
Yeah. Or,
if not more.
Or 30k.
Or 30k. Yeah.
Or 30k.
Yeah. Yeah.
And doing it twice is super valuable. So it doesn't
Yeah.
just do everything else that it does in every other aggro deck. We can reset energy, play more guys, resolve more Champers. It gives you that little bit of extra power.
For sure.
And then we just need more blue cards.
Yep.
Because the Spirit Boost guy is way too important. We don't actually want to charge him.
Yep.
And like this is the next best option. The next best thing to play is just a one-drop self-awakening.
Yeah.
You kind of need it. You don't need it a lot. But it is really good when you're trying to like go for game.
Yep.
You want to dig all the way down to 1 life in this deck on the turn you're killing someone. So getting to 4 isn't too hard, but then doing the other 3,
Rest of it,
you
yeah.
want to try and get those out of your life. So this is still really good even after you've forgotten.
Yep.
And it's blue. It's the important part.
So do you prefer the double strike over the crit?
I couldn't find the crit.
Okay. So would you choose crit? Do you think, or do you feel like this double strike is actually important because it's easier to close
I
out
think
games?
there's situations where it's better and situations where it's worse.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially turn 2, just getting enough points of damage in
Yep.
to finish the game can be kind of tricky. So while you would prefer to do crit, sometimes the double is just more valuable to
Yep.
actually get to the point where you're getting to 0.
For sure.
And yeah, as a finisher, it's more valuable than the crit.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, if you have crit, you can go crit on the leader, crit on the Revive Ravager, crit on that.
Yeah. Just deny resources.
So there's pluses and minuses either way.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah.
First mill trigger off the leader.
So this is just a bunch of the extra stuff we play. We play Champers, Kais.
Of course.
Could probably play more.
Yeah. I was gonna say, would you go more than 3?
I'd definitely go to 4.
Yeah.
Apparently, other Perth Pro players, remember, Jake was on 7 on
Yeah.
Monday or something
Okay.
silly.
Okay. So he's
I'm not-
really just making sure that no one has
Yeah.
any cards in hand with all those crits.
I don't know, that sounds funny.
Yeah.
This has been fun. I will say, it is really good to see 2. Because there's one to end the game, and there's one to double strike crit them early.
Yes. Yeah. Just deny.
So I would actually say it is really cool to see more than one, which isn't always the case for a lot of decks. So I could definitely go to at least 4.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Because the other thing is as well, because you're using a lot of energy, you don't want to have too many 10Ks, right? That's like another big thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually relatively energy efficient. A lot
Okay.
of our stuff is 1 drop or free.
Yep.
And with Beam, we have all that back.
Yep.
Yeah, like, we're actually not too worried about that.
Yeah. Okay.
If anything, we probably want to get more value out of our energy. I've
Yeah.
awakened with 2 energy up a lot of times.
Yep.
So I could honestly see running 4.
Yeah. Fair.
This is just the best. You can't play the SS Vegeta because you're trying to charge blue.
Yes.
And you're overwhelming too much for sparking. In this game, so playing this
Yep. That's fair. And you go down to 4 life very easily.
very often, yeah.
Yeah.
2 Belmont, that's really good.
Yep.
It's a 20k beta. It kills combo blockers occasionally.
Yeah. Do
So
we
if your opponent
have?
doesn't combo
We don't
block-
really have too many unique cards outside of the Vegex package, right?
No, the unique thing doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The one-drop self-awakening Vegeta does not say unique or limit anywhere on the card.
Perfect.
Which is very silly.
Yep.
The only unique card is the Bardock, which is limited as well, so it doesn't
Yeah.
really help.
Yep.
So you can't really abuse that part, but you get to get rid of an overwhelm card, whatever, all your other rest mode stuff when you're trying to push the game.
Yep. For
So
sure.
it's still very powerful. You still
For
want to play it. And then Secret Rare.
Awesome.
There isn't really a good secret rare. There aren't any secret rares you can play on turn 2 that do anything useful. But occasionally you get a turn 3. This is a 40k beta, which is pretty great.
Exactly right.
And if you do sort of get stalled out in a bad situation against like specific unisons, particularly blue unison, this might be the only out in your entire deck that gets through it.
Yep.
The only possible way you get back in the game. And against Hatch, it's really cool to see.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
it's an extra attack.
Clear their board as well, if you can.
Clears the board, but it's like
Yeah.
an 8 cost that goes over. So you can attack with other stuff, and it's an 8 cost that avoids the leader effect.
Yeah, true. So how do you actually go with your matchup against blue? How does it go?
Haven't had to play against it yet.
Okay, yeah, because
So I couldn't tell you.
it'd be interesting to see how this goes against blue.
I think Blue Baby, it wouldn't be very good.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're trying to go very hard.
But
And
most
they just,
other
they just sort of
matchups.
stop you.
Yeah.
So far, most of the matchups, very good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Really fun.
Awesome. All right. Well, there we go, guys. Just before we get going, is there any shout outs, Chris?
Absolutely. Shout outs to Team Card Time. I'm going to have to go in there and foil out the rest of these cards because I'm not buying 4 structure decks.
Yep, for sure.
Anyone who wants to play that should definitely do the same thing because these look really pretty.
Yes, awesome. All right, there we go, guys. So there's a deck profile for Reboot Marseille. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to subscribe, hit that bell to stay notified, and we'll catch you on the next one.